Hey YouTube, Jim here coming back with another video. Today I want to do a quick video response for Greg over at North Coast Baseball Cards. He is doing a giveaway and he is asking for video responses. He wants us to, using baseball cards, show our best pitching staff. So that's what I'll do here. Greg's a really nice guy, very supportive. I like following him and seeing how he collects. He's into more modern, although he does do a little vintage, but he's mostly into modern and prospecting and ripping packs, and he does a lot of grading and grading reveals and things along those lines. And I very much enjoy watching his channel. So if you're not familiar with Greg, I'll leave a link in the description. And otherwise, I'm going to get started here with my pitching rotation. So anchoring my staff and starting out, my number one ace on my team would be Sandy Koufax. To me, he's arguably one of the greatest pitchers of all time. He had a very short career, but what he did in that short career was beyond amazing. Crazy stat I heard about him the other day. So he retired at the age of 30. He had a chronic arthritis problem in his elbow, which if he pitched nowadays, it would be easily corrected with surgery, but back then it wasn't. So he actually ended up retiring at the age of 30. But in the last 26 days of his career, including the loss in the 1966 World Series, he started 7 times, threw 5 complete games, and had a 1.07 ERA. And that was in the last 26 days of his career. So unfortunately, we'll never know what would have been. But, he easily could have had another 3 or 4 amazing seasons ahead of him. And God only knows what kind of numbers he would have ended up putting up if he was able to pitch more. Anyway, Koufax, my number one pitcher in my rotation, followed up by another bull, Bob Gibson, just an amazing pitcher. Man, when he took the mound, he wasn't leaving. You couldn't get him off. He wanted to finish the game, and he wasn't taking any crap either. And people try and lean in on him or anything like that, and they better be careful because he was a mean guy on the pitching mound, and just an incredible pitcher, and anybody would be happy to have him in their pitching rotation. So Bob Gibson would be my number 2 starter. So we're going to go lefty, righty, lefty here. So my third starter is going to be Randy Johnson. Here I have him in his 1989 Topps rookie card. And, just another guy, mean guy on the mound. Didn't take any business from anybody. And, just really tough to hit. A blazing fastball. And, again, arguably, I would say Randy Johnson is probably one of the 3 or 4, I would say maybe the 3rd or 4th best left-handed pitcher ever. So more than happy to have him as my second lefty and 3rd slot in my rotation. Coming up with the 4th slot, I've got Mr. Nolan Ryan. So, Nolan Ryan is just another amazing, great pitcher. I believe it was 7 no-hitters, all kinds of records, strikeout records, you name it. Just a great, great pitcher, and just more than happy to slot him at the 4th slot in the rotation. So bringing up the end of the rotation, I've got my guy, Pedro Martinez. Just really, really enjoyed the time he played in Boston with my Red Sox. It was just incredible watching him pitch every 5th day. It was must-see TV. I every time he pitched, I made sure to watch the game because you just never knew. Anything was possible. He would, he could strike out, 15 and give up 2 hits and pitch a shutout, or it was just an amazing pitcher, and I am blessed that I was able to watch him for all the years I did in Boston, and certainly is a must include in any rotation that I personally would be putting together. So he is my 5th starter, and not too bad for a 5th starter, I might say. Honorable mention. I wanted to try and get Roger Clemens into my lineup, but just wasn't any room for him, and I definitely needed to have 2 lefties. So maybe Clemens can be a long reliever or a spot starter if somebody gets injured. But just wanted to mention, with all these great pitchers, Roger Clemens, because he certainly was one of the greatest also. And so there's Roger Clemens. Anyway, and my closer, Mr. Mariano Rivera, probably the greatest closer of all time. And don't judge a book by its cover, because if I showed you this card back in 1992 and said this guy right here is going to be the greatest closer of all time, you probably wouldn't have believed me, and you might even chuckled a little bit. Anyway, there he is, straight out of high school, maybe. I don't know, but definitely the GOAT of closers. So he's my closer on my team. Anyway, that's all I got, guys. Again, the link for North Coast baseball cards is in the description. I really appreciate everybody watching. Thank you so much, and bye for now.